Hey guys, it's Stel back here bringing you a first look at Killzone 3. The beta was just released earlier today, actually earlier this afternoon, and already a lot of guys are already playing it and downloading it. And I got a little things that I'm going to talk about here. First of all, when so far, at least the beta, there are 3 different types of multiplayer. In fact, that's all you pretty much play. You have multiplayer, then you have these bot zones, which I believe is kind of sort of like you against the AI type of stuff. And you can also have multiplayer in that. But in the multiplayer is the big reason everybody's playing it. There are 3 different game types that you're allowed to have. First of all, guerrilla warfare, which is just your basic TDM. Let's see, Warzone, which is very cool, really interesting game type that I wish Call of Duty might have taken advantage of. It's multiple game types in one map. When you're playing guerrilla warfare, you're restricted to one part of the map. And when you're playing Warzone, the rest of the map opens up for a really big areas. And there's multiple different types going on. There's TDM, which will lead into an assassin thing. Basically, the game will choose one player to be the target, and the other team is trying to assassinate that one player. You have to defend them. Obviously, that's a camping type of a game type, but in the spirit of the objective and stuff like that, camping is not that frowned upon, I guess, in that particular one. Then they have search and destroy type of things, a domination type game, and then also a capture the flag type. And this is all randomized, and I think you play 3 or 4 different types, and then the game will end. So it's a very long match compared to TDM. TDM can be a few minutes. This can be about 10 to 15, 20 minutes, depending on things. So that's pretty cool. And the third one they have is operations, which I haven't played it, but it's more like Warzone with multiple objectives to it. But they also are showing you cut feeds of the best player in the game and stuff like that. I really don't understand what that one is all about. But the 2 big ones is guerrilla warfare, which is a TDM, and then this Warzone. Now let's get into the classes a little bit. This is set up almost exactly like Battlefield Bad Company 2. We have multiple classes, and in those classes you have multiple things to unlock. You get unlock points or unlock credits, and then you're able to spend those on unlocking items. Obviously there is a main weapon line of things to unlock, and then also secondary, along with skills. And this is what makes the game so cool, is each class has a unique set of skills that it has. My big class is the Infiltrator, which is a pretty overpowered class to begin with, and also though it's got a really cool skill with it. Now it's a shotgun class, but it also has the skill of disguising yourself as the other team. You can press your button there, and then you'll look like one of the other team members. And the way that they know that it's not them is if they put the cursor over them, it'll go from a green tag, which is your teammates is in green, your gamer tag, to a yellow tag or an orange tag, which is the enemy. And that's the only way for them to know. Obviously, there's a time restraint on that sort of thing, so that's cool. Let's see, Marksman, which is your sniper. They have an ability to cloak themselves, which is kind of cool. The sniping rifle really isn't really a sniping rifle. It looks more like an assault rifle or so, single-fire assault rifle with an ACOG on it. But that's what they have right now, at least. The Tactician, which is the guy that is like a UAV guy. I'm not quite sure what his skill is. I don't play him very much. Engineer, those are your guys that can build up sentry turrets and things like that. And then also there's your medic class, just like Modern Warfare or Battlefield Bad Company 2. You have a guy that can raise guys that have fallen down and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And then with those skills, there's better versions of it. I think at least in the demo, there's 3 different things that you can unlock. You have the primary skill, let's say the Infiltrator. Then the next one, which is adding it more speed or something, more stamina, so you're able to sprint longer and faster. And the third one is you're not detectable by turrets and things like that. So there's different variations of things like that. So that is really cool. Let's see. Now let's get into the kill streaks. There are kill streaks in this game, but not like you're used to. I'm going to use the Call of Duty model because everybody knows that. Call of Duty model, you have, you get your kill streaks going up, and you're able to do certain things. Bring in extra, add in something into the game, be it a Harrier or whatever the hell it is. In this game, it rewards you with ribbons, a faster reload. Like if you have a 3 kill streak going, and it'll tell you, killed 3 guys, you get a faster reload. Then you'll get a damage one. more damage. Various going up the skill list. Now it's not every kill. I think it's 3, 5, 7, and then I don't know what goes up to there. You know, when you're playing this game, don't expect to get beast scores. I mean, it's going to be a really close, really even kind of KDs. You know, you definitely can go positive, and you can definitely go more than 10. But you rarely see guys, at least in guerrilla warfare, going anything 15 or 20. You don't really see that very often. I'm sure as the game gets out there and the actual game comes out, things are going to change with that. So the kill streak is actually kind of a neat system. I do like it, so that there's obviously not this overpowering effect like in Call of Duty. It's more of a subtle thing that just makes you a little bit better player. It is pretty fast paced. Well, I'll say this: it's faster pace than Black Ops. A lot of people had a lot of problem with Killzone 2 not being very fast paced. You were moving really slowly, and this game has really answered that. Now it's not as fast as Modern Warfare 2, but I think it's faster than Black Ops, at least in my opinion. Right now the demo only offers one map, so that's a little, not discouraging, but it gets a little stale. But honestly, guys, this game is beautiful. Compared to the graphics on Black Ops, it doesn't even compare. It's right up there with how Modern Warfare 2 looks like. A little bit grainy to give you kind of a grainy effect, but it's really good. It's a really nice looking game. However, this is a PS3 only game. I'm sorry, Xbox, you have to have a PS3 to play this one, but it's pretty good. A lot of guys, PS3ers, were really looking for a new game to play after the issues with Black Ops and the continuing issues with Black Ops, and I think a lot of people have found it in this game. Now, granted, this is, you know, probably first love. You know how you fall in love with a girl. You know, you look at her, oh my God, she's amazingly hot, and all this, she's beautiful, and I love her, and I want to date her. And then after you actually get to know her, you're like, yeah, that's not happening. This is probably like that right now. Everybody's in love with the game because it just came out. But as the game comes out in about a month and a half from now, things might level off a little bit, or maybe not. We'll see. Maybe it's such an epic game that it will really keep people's interest. So that's kind of cool. There have a few issues in it. Granted, for PS3, it's kind of tough to connect to the server itself. It looks like it has dedicated servers, and this is what's pretty neat about it. It's in different regions, so you click the North America region if you're in North America. Now, granted, that will consist of Canada, North America, and Mexico, but that's where you're getting all your connections from, it looks like. And of course, you have a Europe one, an Asia one, a Japan one, a Middle Eastern one, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool how it's like that. So there are no, once you actually get into the game and you're playing, there are no issues. You know, I haven't experienced any lag or any jump, any drop bit rate or anything like that, frame rates or anything like that. But it's getting into it, going from the menu into connecting to the server, can be a little hard because it can kick you out a lot. And I think that has to do issues with the fact that it's beta, and then also the fact that a lot of people are trying to access it all at the same time. So I think that will even out once the game actually comes out, so I'm not too discouraged about it. I guess another, not really con, it doesn't really play too much like Call of Duty. It has a different setup of controllers. There is not the tactical control that everybody's used to. Granted, it's pretty close to it, what it is. The main buttons are still the same. Like melee, you can still have it be on the sticks. Zoom in is still L1. Firing is R2 or R1. But there's little other subtleties in it in the controllers that doesn't make it the same. So there's a little bit of an adjustment period there. This is really cool. With sensitivity, they do have it. They don't do it by numbers, they do it by percents, but you're able to adjust the sensitivity on both the Y and X axis. Previous games, you're just able to go up 5 sensitivity, 6 sensitivity, whatever that means. In this game, you're able to adjust how you're looking straight up and down, and then also adjust your left and right. So if you want to look straight up and down faster, you can adjust that. And you want to look left and right slower, you can adjust that. So you can really customize your controller in a sense that no other game I've ever seen does it in this way. So that's kind of cool. Also, the guns are really interesting, and it's really nice because they're space-age guns, so they don't have to adhere to some sort of already made real gun. They can make them anything they want, and they look pretty good. Obviously, when you unlock weapons, they get better and better. Like for me in the Infiltrator, I have unlocked, there's only 3 weapons you can unlock currently. I've unlocked all 3 of them, and the third one is pretty neat. You start off with the shotgun, and then you get something that's kind of sort of a small, short-range SMG, and then you get this really stellar 5-round burst, almost, assault rifle. It takes a little bit to get going with it, but you can kill a guy in one burst if you hit it right. It also has very unique hit detections. Black Ops kind of does it, but Battlefield does it better. Where if you shoot him in the hand, it's not going. once, it's not going to do a lot of damage. You shoot him in the chest, it does a lot more damage. So obviously, if you shoot more in the arms and the extremities, it's going to take a lot more to kill somebody, versus shooting them in the chest or obviously in the head. You can actually shoot somebody's head off if you want. That's kind of cool. Another thing are the melee. Melee in this game is amazing. You can also, there's the butt kick. I forget what they call it in the military. The butt stroke. That's what it is. You can knock them around with the butt end of your rifle. Or you can bring out your knife and stab them in the chest. You can slit their throat, depending on how you come at them. If you're behind them, whatever, you can twist their neck, break their neck. And then the other really cool one is shove your thumbs into their eyeballs, and that's kind of cool. But also too, if you do that, it takes a second or two for to actually perform that maneuver. If there's buddies right next to him, they can revive him or kill you as you're in the process of doing that, and he's safe. So that's kind of a neat thing, how to combat the whole melee thing that a lot of people have issues with. So in all, this is getting a little bit long, but all in all, this is a great game so far. Now, granted, I'm still in the first love phase of this thing. I'm sure everybody is. But as it looks like, this game looks pretty damn good. I think there's going to be a few more game modes coming out when the full game comes out. Obviously, a few more maps, because only we're using one right now. The map is great. It has a very long view, so for the long range stuff. But then also too, it has a lot of inside maneuvering and stuff like that. And it's also really neat, is you can shoot through the floor a lot. In a lot of places, there's holes in the grounds, in the upper floors, and you can shoot through that. And Black Ops has a little bit of that, especially Modern Warfare did too. I can think of on I forget the damn map that had that, but they have a lot of that. None of the buildings are destructible, but that's okay. I do like the destructible stuff in Bad Company, but this game does pretty good. I think for PS3ers, at least for a time being, it's a nice alternative to Black Ops. If you get frustrated with Black Ops, play this one, and you might get rejuvenized from it. Alright guys, that's all I got for right now. I just wanted to get this out to you guys as quickly as possible so you guys know what's going on with this thing, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care.